Yay, yay. We up in this thing. What's goody? Mm. Mm. What it do? What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? Grand Rising, Grand Rising. It's another dopest morning. Yes, indeed. Make sure y'all coming in, y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Like it up, like it up. See y'all coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grand Rising. Ooh, we got some interesting things going on today. Yes, indeed. Britney Griner appeal denied. That's something else. Grand Rising, OneLoveFam.com in the building. Happy birthday, Eve. No, it ain't. Oh, happy birthday, Eve. Yeah, we almost to the B-Day, man. Thursday is going down. It is going down. I appreciate it. We're going to get to it. Y'all. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Dopest Mornings. I am your host, King Dopest, and we ready to get this thing rocking and rolling. Hopefully that woke you up right there. First up, man, today we're going to be talking about, man, it's really a sad situation. This is really, really a sad situation. Britney Griner, as reported by TMZ, Britney Griner appeal has... Let me get my face off the screen. What in the... Britney Griner appeal has been denied in Russia. We've been talking about this. Dims. Hey, now.
Hello.
Hey, what's good? We've been talking about this. Britney Griner, WNBA superstar, is in Russia, incarcerated. She filed an appeal of her 9-year sentence for cannabis oils or hash oil or THC oil or whatever kind of oil it was. She lost her appeal. I mean, this is really sad. Like, I don't even know how else to put it into words other than it's sad, tragic, because I think Britney Griner is like 32 years old. So physically, she's pretty much in her prime. 9 years. Y'all do the math. She just had a birthday, I believe it was a week ago. We did a show on that. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up when you come in for me, please. If you're watching, make sure you hit that subscription and notifications bell. But she's gonna begin serving a 9-year sentence. 9 years in a Russian prison. There's no reports anywhere on if she has any other avenues of relief or appeal in regards to this sentence. Look, man, Britney Griner has a wife. She also has a young child. I don't even know if the child is 2 yet, but she has a young child, and when she gets out of prison, she'll be 41 years old. So this, in effect, has pretty much ended Britney Griner's basketball playing career. I mean, you just think about that. One little decision. One decision. And in this case, she says she overlooked, she was rushing when she packed, and she just threw. I was talking to my god brother the other day, and we were talking about he goes to Alaska, and he was talking about he had took some herb. I said, how'd you get it out there? He said, man, I just put it in my bag, put it in my backpack, and took it on the plane. He was like, they not tripping. That's America. Alaska is America. And for those of y'all that are geographically challenged, Alaska isn't America. But I still was kind of fascinated by even that. Like, I'm going to be honest, I don't have the balls to carry anything anywhere. I am too paranoid. And at this point, hey, what's good?
Hello!
What is good? Thank y'all for joining. I appreciate it. I am too old at this stage to be catching no charges for anything like that. I mean, I'm going to just keep it real. And for those of y'all watching, thinking y'all want to go to another country and unless driving, yeah. Driving, that's a little bit different. But traveling on some type of airplane, train, or anything like that where they search luggage, and I can't do it. My nerves is too bad. My nerves are too bad for all that. But this hurts right here, man. Britney Griner, appeal denied in Russia. 9-year sentence upheld. Now, it said, well, first of all, they said, as you see my thumbnail, she did not attend the actual proceedings. It was done via a conference call, video conferencing. And her attorneys, and they say she looked real downtrodden. Another word for sad and probably in despair. But her attorneys stated that, or gave the impression that they were not surprised by this decision. They expected this decision to come, so I'm pretty sure they had prepared her for this decision as well. So I think she's been incarcerated since, let me double check, I think February. Yeah, she's been in custody since February for bringing hashish oil into Russia. Now, President Joseph Biden has said he will work tirelessly to have her brought back. They have even discussed, and I don't know what happened to this. I do remember hearing reports that they were gonna swap a Russian citizen that we had in prison over here, and for, I believe in some instances it was reported that it was a guns dealer or something along those lines that Russia wanted to swap with Britney Griner, and I don't know what happened to that. Obviously, it fell through. It didn't work. So she begins a 9-year sentence, y'all. 9 years. That's crazy. 9 years. So free Britney Griner. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of talk about this over the coming days. As we already saw on her birthday, Steph Curry, Ja Morant, Damian Lillard, amongst others, spoke out, for her to be freed. And we speaking out for her to be freed too. You know what I'm saying? So free Britney Griner, man. Keep her name alive in the news. I know, man. I know that's just a tough one. We talk about all this other stuff, man, but this woman lost her freedom over some hashish oil. It's that important. Obviously, nobody's dumb here. Obviously, everyone understands and realizes that our relationship with Russia has a lot to do with this. If this was Canada or, maybe one of them South American countries, negotiations might have, went a lot different. But the fact that this is Russia and, albeit the old school Cold War is over, it's a new type of Cold War. And, this is, the stick it in your face type of mentality. You know what I mean? Like, we got one of yours. She violated. And we going to make her pay to the fullest extent of our laws. Because, again, if this was America and somebody got caught with something like that, on something like this, I really don't think like we would detain them. We would probably deport them and probably deny them any re-entry into our country. But again, since this is Russia that we're talking about, that's how it goes. 9 years. Again, she'll be 41 years old. A woman that is in the prime of her basketball career, and all of that has today, as of today, that's a wrap. It's been cut short. Britney Griner, appeal denied in Russia. Now, we're going to move on to something else, man. I was reading while I was reading up on this Britney Griner story. And this is crazy. And some of y'all ladies out there, man, y'all real foul. I'm going to tell you that right now. I know a lot of these brothers is foul. But ladies, y'all are real foul. And let me tell you. 2 men arrive at a Georgia school to pick up a daughter, and they realize it's the same girl. Hold on, y'all. Did y'all hear what I said? 2 men arrive at a Georgia school to pick up a daughter, and they both realize it's the same girl. I know what y'all thinking, because I was thinking the same thing. What in the hell are you talking about? Well, evidently, these 2 men, arrive at a Georgia school because they were contacted. They were both put, and this is the crazy part. I don't know what this woman was thinking, but she put both of the men on the emergency contact for the school. Both of the men. So they both showed up and asked for the same girl, and they looked at each other and said, "What are you talking about? Who are you? That's my daughter." And the other man said, "That's my daughter." Now, we're going to tell you how this story, it unravels, right? The one man says, "Why are you checking my daughter out of the school?" And the other guy says, "Who are you?" So the mother shows up. The mom shows up, and one of the fathers, or alleged fathers, we don't know who the daddy is at this point, right? We were really, this is a whole episode of Maury / Steve / Jerry Springer at this point. Uh, one of the fathers sees the mom and runs out into the parking lot and it says, "Why didn't you tell me?" Right? And he proceeds to hit her. And you know we do not condone violence in any type of way. He hit her. Police showed up. The mama was taken to the emergency room via ambulance, and one of the fathers was arrested. Look, I said one of the fathers. See, they got me on this bullshit. One of the men, because we don't know who the daddy is. It can only be one daddy. You know what I mean? Dr. Phil got to get involved in this one too, right? We don't know. One of the men went to jail. He was taken to jail for the assault on the mama. I mean, you could just imagine, though. Again, we do not condone violence in any way. But I don't know how I would react if I went to pick up my daughter from school and there was another man there signing her out as well. I might have lost my noodle, man. Like, for real. It would have been bad. So, I guess we're gonna have to keep you updated as you know the details unfold on the who's the daddy of the child. That's wild though, right? Hey, Carol.
Hello.
Carol in the building, man. Shout out to everybody that came in. Appreciate y'all, man. On Thursday, my birthday, we probably won't be doing the full live, but I will get on in the morning. So hopefully y'all come in, wish me a happy birthday. Make sure y'all hit that subscription button right now. Hit the thumbs up. Hit that notifications bell so you can be notified next time we go live. Carol, that's my good friend from Live Me, man. Thank you for joining in. But again, that's a crazy story. I had to share that with you. That was not planned as part of the show today, but I read the headline. I was like, 2 men pick up the same daughter from school. Like, what? It's some new stuff. Right, was the daughter there? That's what it doesn't detail in this article. It does not say anything about the daughter. But that when the school called the mom, she began screaming and crying. She knew she was in a world of mess, didn't she? Imagine getting that call from the school like, hello? Yeah, we have 2 men here, both attempting to pick up your daughter from school, claiming they are the dad. Oh, she knew her goose was cooked. Her goose was cooked, man. I gotta give one of these to the baby mama. She is horrible. She is horrible. I got to. Who does she think her daddy is? Right. Yeah, that's weird, huh? Now I think about it, like, obviously I think she knows both of the men. I don't know. Cause what? Yeah, I didn't even think about the daughter. I'm thinking from a father's point of view, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the dad. I'm thinking, I had never thought about it from that angle. That poor little girl is confused. She is confused. For real. But moving along, this next story, I think we all saw this coming. Also, as reported by TMZ, it's all over the news, but I saw it on TMZ. We saw this coming. Adidas ends partnership with Kanye West. Again, Adidas has entered their any association. And I'm gonna tell you what this means for everybody involved. Let me see. Let me do this real quick. Do that. And let me do this. But Adidas has ended their partnership with Kanye West. We saw this coming, right? We saw this coming. So let's scroll through the article and see what the dealie is. It says Adidas said they did a thorough review of their Yeezy partnership and are expecting to lose $246 million. $250 million. So imagine how much Kanye is going to lose. They said they're cutting off all ties completely with Kanye West, based upon his recent anti-Semitic and bigoted actions. The German shoe company says Ye's recent comments and actions have been unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous, and they violate the company's values and diversity and inclusion, mutual respect, and fairness. As a result, Adidas says it will terminate the partnership with Ye in production of Yeezy branded products and stop all payments to Ye and his companies. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me see. Ye won. Adidas was ripping off his shoes and selling at premium prices with the Adidas logo on it. Adidas refused to stop knocking off Yeezys. This is the best thing Ye got. True. I believe that would have been true prior to his comments. See, but now it's going to be hard, and I'm sure some company, some production manufacturing company will this maybe give him opportunity to start his own actual shoe brand, his own, something that he owns, and he'll be able to sell. But you have to understand, when you start getting cut off by these, it's hard to maneuver, man. It's hard to move around because you have to find outlets for these shoes. Yeah, you can sell them on the internet, but as far as they being in stores, now the store has to take on your luggage, your baggage that you bringing to the table, right? So who's gonna step up and be like, oh, well, we still support? Is it Foot Locker still gonna hold this? Because you could see that coming next. Specific outlets refusing to sell them. You could definitely see that. You know what's so crazy is, and I said this before, I never thought Kanye West's intentions was to really hurt black people, right? But in effect, he has hurt black people because people really look up to Ye. Like, I think that's the part that, like, he ain't, it's a way he could have went about things and done things, but, when I guess you are that person. So I don't know what it's like. A lot of us talk from a point of view like, oh yeah, I would do. I don't know what it's like to be Ye. I wouldn't know what it would be like to be constantly, micro-analyzed, and, every detail of my life broken down, every thought is made out to be, the end all. Like, everything that I say out my mouth has such an impact. That's a lot of power. But it also comes with a huge weight on your shoulders. It's a huge burden, because if somebody, for instance, if me and some of my partners were having this conversation, and it was just amongst us, yeah, we might ruffle a couple feathers amongst each other. Oh man, Dopest be tripping. He was over there saying this, that, and the third. But when your words literally go out to billions of people, right? I would say billions worldwide. Everybody, everywhere. This is front page news because of his stature, right? It's just like Jay-Z. If Jay-Z was to come out tomorrow and say something off the wall, it would be over all news, and media outlets immediately, right? But you notice you don't really see Jay-Z in any kind of headlines, ever. Jay-Z is a billionaire, right? Other than Dr. Dre's divorce, which everybody goes through divorce, and his subsequent alimony his huge alimony payments that he has to pay to his ex-wife. Like, you don't hear Dr. Dre in the news, right? Does that mean that they don't have a certain stance on things? Does that mean that they're not doing things behind the scenes? Like, these are three of the richest black men that I know of, right? You could throw LeBron and some athletes into that conversation as well. But as far as entertainment, and you got two billionaires and another man that's worth damn near $1 billion, right? So you almost have 3 billionaire black men. Out of those 3 billionaire black men, the only one that we hear in the tabloids is Kanye West. Yay. He does like this attention. But I keep reminding y'all, Kanye said in 2015, we are in 2022, 7 years ago, he was $53 million in debt. 2022, he's a billionaire. Now, they love the drama. Yeah, they love that. Trump and Kanye, they love that drama. My thing is, and I'm curious to see how it plays out. I really hope it doesn't play out like that. But I bet you these same people that he's talking about control the narrative and control this, that, and the third, I bet they're sitting around wondering how long it's going to take them to eat into that $1 billion, right? Because if Kanye decides to continue his clothing line, guess what? He's going to have to do it on his own, right? He's going to have to fund it on his own. And he'll be in control. Well, how are you going to have somebody in control that's not actually in control of themselves, right? He's out of control. Like, Kanye is the definition of someone that's out of control. He is out of control. So you got to understand. So now this man is going to be running a company. This is the man that you want that's going to be running the company and producing the merchandise, and his decisions. Like, one day he'll come in, oh, I like that. The next day, I scrap the whole thing. Like, this is what we're going to see play out. Because Kanye was stopped the other day, and somebody asked him about Balenciaga. Said he really didn't care about getting cut off from Balenciaga because they weren't paying him anyway. And then somebody said, well, what do you think about Adidas? If you think they'll end it? He said, he wouldn't be surprised because they were already in some type of conversations and some type of, I believe, litigation in regards to his future with the company. So, and this was, prior to his Drink Champs and his Piers Morgan interviews and all this type of stuff. This was prior to that. They were already, because as my brother said in the comments, Kanye was already mad. I remember when I saw some of those foam sliders, Yeezy sliders. I really don't know what to call this stuff, but I saw the same shoe that looked like Yeezy sliders or whatever. I saw them on the internet, sold at Walmart. they they was sold it. They wasn't even like they weren't Yeezys. They didn't say Yeezy on them, but they were the exact same shoe. So I remember at the time reading an article where he had asked for them to immediately take all those shoes out of the Walmarts. I really wouldn't be able to tell the difference, to be honest. If somebody was wearing some Walmart Yeezys or some real ones, I'm sure Yeezy fans and yeah, that look. I don't know. Still ain't seen nobody walking around in them big ass jackets. I still ain't seen nobody walking around in big ass jackets or them boots he be wearing. Now them Yeezy, what is they 350s or whatever, the little running type shoe. Now them is okay, but all that other stuff, I don't think nobody's gonna be missing that. The comments say he's built a shoe factory in Wyoming and Atlanta, two places Adidas didn't want to operate. Well, we're gonna see. Like we will see. We will see how this all pans out. Yeah, the Walmart Yeezys, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think one of my kids got a pair of them. Cause I hope my child didn't go buy them the actual ones for like 300 and something. The Nike stole his design too? The Nike stole his design? Boy, I don't know. But, I mean, we saw this coming. So let's just backtrack now over the last 2 weeks, right? You got J.P. Morgan has asked Kanye to get his money up out they bank by Friday. I think it was on a Thursday or a Wednesday. They said by Friday you gotta have your what was it, 140? Was it 200 mil? Whatever it was. They said you gotta have that out of our bank. They cut off ties with him. Shortly thereafter, you got Balenciaga cut off ties with him. Then we know about the subsequent interviews and all that stuff he's done. I still haven't figured out, and I really do believe this is Kanye's doing. When you get on YouTube, there's a live that pops up. It says Kanye Live Drink Champs Tour 2022-2023 or something like that. Then it says new songs, right? And it's got 100,000, sometimes 10,000, sometimes a few thousand people watching it. But when you click on it, it's the same Kanye interview. So now you got all these, and I was like, I bet you that's him. I bet you that's him. You know what I mean? I bet you that's Kanye trying to show how he could really manipulate the internet. You know what I mean? Because if it was 100,000, I couldn't imagine if it's 100,000 people in my stream right now, what kind of revenue that generates, especially when it's running 24 hours a day. I saw other people, stealing it, putting the same title. I think one person I saw had changed their name so it said Kanye Live. You know what I mean? It's wild. It's wild. So, he was first. Let me see what the comments say. Nah, he was with Nike first, but Nike didn't want to pay royalties. Adidas paid, but the shoes never looked better than the Nike Yeezys. Adidas was on the verge of bankrupt. Yeah, they did say that Adidas was saved by their partnership with Kanye. I did read that. They got a couple of big athletes. They have Lionel Messi. A lot of people regard as the greatest soccer player of all time. Damian Lillard, James Harden. But I am pretty sure none of them sold anywhere near the amount of merchandise as Kanye did. That's a fact. But when you have a public outcry and people talking about boycotting, because you got to think about it like this. Do you know how many actual Jewish young people love Kanye? Love Kanye. But one thing about Jewish people, guess what? They love being Jewish. They love their culture. They love their people. So I can guarantee you it's not going to fly in a Jewish household when your kids want to walk around in some shoes made by a man that's disrespecting your entire culture. He's talking about your people. I just don't see that. Because again, what makes Kanye so big is the crossover, right? It's the crossover. That's what makes you a billionaire. It's the crossover. It ain't just blacks listening to Kanye and Jay-Z. It's like they've grown outside of just their people or people that look like them. They are known globally and listened to globally by all types of people. And that's what makes you big like that, right? You can be big within your own. Yeah, the brothers, oh yeah, we love such. Brothers love Jadakiss, right? You can't find too many black people that don't love Jadakiss. Grand Rising. You can't find too many people that don't love Jadakiss. But Jadakiss have never had the money that a Jay-Z, that a Kanye have. But people recognize him as one of the greatest of all time. Right? Nas, considered one of the greatest rappers of all time, right? Nas haven't had the same impact globally as a Kanye or a Jay-Z. I mean, yeah, he's known globally, but I'm talking about financially. So it's a lot of moves being made. But when you make these moves and you grow, it has to be some growth from you. Look, I don't mind people taking political stances. Like, we need more of that. You know what I mean? We need more of people standing up and saying, bringing things to people's attention, right? But when you do it in such a, I want to say scatterbrain, you know what I mean? It's like he's scatterbrain. Like you do it in a scatterbrain kind of way, it loses its impact. You heard Nori. I heard him for days after the Drink Champs interview with Kanye. How he tried to say, I tried to say something of importance, but I was drunk. So it didn't have, he didn't say drunk. I was inebriated is what the word he used. I was inebriated. So it didn't have the same impact. Impact. Now I really believe Kanye's message would have been taken different if he approached it different. It would have had a bigger impact. You know what I mean? But when you right off the bat, I think it all, he made a point the other day. And he said something the other day. It was really dumb. It was really dumb. He's like, white people wear Black Lives Matter shirts, so why can't black people wear White Lives Matter? It's like he still doesn't get it. You can't force people to get it, yo. You can't. You can't force people to understand. Either they understand or they don't. Either you have that sensitivity level or you don't. You understand what I'm saying? It's either you do or you don't. You have what they call tact. I always tell people you can say just about anything to people if you're using tact. You know what I mean? If it's thought out and approached right. But when you say things that are outrightly abrasive, like straight up abrasive, it's not going it's not going to get the ears to really want to listen. It's like, oh man, he tripping. I don't want no parts of that. But you gonna have some people that's gonna be like, yeah, man, he's spitting the truth. And this is what I've seen throughout this latest Kanye tirade. His latest outburst. That's what I've seen. I see it all over the internet every day. You have a group of people that says, man, I don't care about that part. But did you hear when Kanye said this? And then you got other people that's like, throw the whole conversation away. You know what I'm saying? You got other people like, oh, throw the whole conversation away. I don't even want to hear what he said after he said this. Even if it make all the sense in the world. I don't want to hear what he said after he said this. Right? Make sure y'all hit that subscription. Hit the likes. Please hit the thumbs up. I see the thumbs up going up, man. We really grinding to get this 100,000 subscribers. That's the goal, is to hit this 100K, man. All gas, no brakes. So if you can find a friend to go subscribe and hit that notifications bell and join in on the conversation, I appreciate it. I really have been thinking about I don't want to say moving tonight, because I like getting up in the morning and getting the day started off with this show. I really do. Feel, you get your day started off, feel like you done did something. You know what I mean? And this show is important to me. The conversations I have with y'all are very, very important to me. And so, I'm very blessed to have y'all on the team, on my side, Team Dopest. You know what I'm saying? Team One Love. Hey, Royalty. But yeah, I really believe that we saw this coming. Kanye saw this coming. So we're going to recap. We're going to recap today's show. First off, we had Britney Griner. Her appeal in Russia has been denied. She will begin serving a 9-year prison sentence. I will hope she has time served. Credit for the time that she served already, which has been about 8 months. So she still have like a little over. I don't know how Russia prisons work. Do you do 80%? I'm pretty sure in a place like Russia, you probably got to do all the time, day for day. It don't seem like they cut no slack. We all know Russia's wrong for this, but this is what happens when you go to a country that we don't get along with. You remember when the Ball brothers, LaMelo? Well, no, it wasn't LaMelo. I can't think of that one Ball brother that was it D'Angelo? Yeah, I think his name is D'Angelo. D'Angelo, and when he was playing for UCLA, they went over to China and got caught stealing. And we had to, I think they was there for a few days, and we had to negotiate them coming back. And they got that done, right? Even though us in China, we don't really get along, but we do have a lot of trade that goes on with China as far as products and, production of products and stuff. So it's like, it's a little thing there to where it's still a little wiggle room. I don't know what kind of business America does with Russia. I'm pretty sure it's very limited, if any at all. Like, real talk. I don't know what kind of business we do. Because if we really did business with Russia, Britney Griner would be home. Because once we start talking about sanctions and his name is Lee Angelo. Yeah, Lee Angelo Ball. Yeah, remember he got caught over in China? And it was like, oh man, he finna be stuck over there. And they got him back here. He was back in the next few days. Although I believe it severely affected his basketball career. He's still trying to long live LeVar Ball, right? And he has daddy outspoken. Yeah, that was wild. But he was caught in a foreign country, violating the laws, and have strict laws in other countries when it comes to stealing. Okay, it ain't like shoplifting. Man, you get people out here, man. They shoplift, or what they call boosting out here in the street. The boosters out here, man, they get caught. They back on the street the same day, and they back boosting by that evening. They get caught in the morning. They get out on OR or a promise to appear and stuff like that. They back boosting that same night. Like, but in other countries, some places you lose your whole hands. Okay, let's just keep it a buck. Some countries you lose your whole hand for stealing, right? So different countries, man, they got different rules. We could say it's unfair, but they laws are they laws, right? We find it unfair because we live in what a lot of people consider the greatest country on the planet. Well, we do have a lot of freedoms. And this kind of makes you think about certain things. Like, our judicial system here is crap. Let's just say that. It's crap. It's lenient towards other things and overly harsh in other areas. You know what I mean? And because I think I told y'all this the other day, I've been watching a lot of like the Innocence Project. And it's really hard for me to understand like how so many people are incarcerated unjustly and all they need is DNA tested. And it's crazy. It's like certain states do not want to just allow DNA testing for certain situations because they don't want to be seen as wrong. Because what comes with being wrong in the judicial system here in America is a lawsuit. And they end up paying a lot of money out to these people that they've wrongfully convicted. So what they do is they'll tell you, okay, just plead no contest and we'll let you out immediately. But if you sign this paper, you give up your right to ever ask for compensation. So there's literally hundreds of cases where people have been incarcerated unjustly and then have been let go, but they were let go with no way to receive any compensation for being wrongly incarcerated, unjustly incarcerated. That's our legal system. Other countries, they not playing by them type of rules. They don't care if they was wrong. Once you in jail, you in jail. I mean, y'all, I think a lot of y'all seen Locked Up Abroad. Britney Griner ain't the first. There's been a lot of people locked up abroad, traveling around with stuff in their suitcase, and they can't get back home till they finish their time. She ain't the first. It happens all the time. What's that one show, y'all, that comes on? Where they be at the airport, and they like in I want to say Colombia or some southern American country. And that's the whole show is you trying to make it through the airport and then they done found some dope in your bag. Semyon Mogilevich, I think I said that right, is a Russian mafia boss who uses Putin because his family are the majority oligarchs in the country. Semyon runs all the oil in Ukraine. He needs the war to stymie the competition. Well, we know it's a lot more than, yeah. No, I mean, we know most of the time that there is conflict. It has to do with those type of resources. I'm going to just say that. Oil, diamonds, natural resources and control of them. A lot of people don't realize it. Yeah, that's what most of these conflicts have to deal with. Yeah. But besides Britney Griner, we also talked about the two men that went and picked up the same daughter from school. We don't know who the daddy is. We waiting on Maury to come out of retirement. You know, Maury, hope you enjoying your retirement. This is the type of stuff that goes on since you retired. We got men picking up. See, if Maury was still on, yeah, this might not have happened. The two men picking up the same. But Maury done retired. So, I don't know. Does Steve do paternity joints? I don't know. Steve doesn't. But, and then we talked about that. And lastly, Kanye, this is the title, though. This is what I was telling y'all earlier. Look at the title. Kanye West loses billionaire status. Just like that. I tried to tell y'all, though. Kanye loses billionaire status. Didn't I tell y'all? I promise you. This is what y'all don't understand. When I say I promise you the powers that be are sitting somewhere and they discussing the different ways they can run through the rest of this man money. Since he already want to act like he deranged. And I ain't gonna lie, his clothing line does have kind of a homeless look to it. I really believe that that's what they want. They really want to show the complete. They love that. We're gonna break this black man all the way down. See, when you got somebody like Jay-Z, what's that song? The story of OJ. See, they do things a different way. It's more intellectual. You know what I'm saying? The story of OJ. Go listen to that song by Jay-Z, The Story of OJ. Man, that song is deep. That song is deep. And it's really talking about a lot of these issues, but in a different kind of way. You know what I mean? In an intellectual type of way. These are what you just call rants. And that's what people are taking them all as, is a rant. I wish Ye the best throughout this, man. Again, I don't really believe he's a bad person. I just think he's going about the business of creating and making change the wrong way. And when you got so much money, I guess you just feel like you don't have to listen to anybody else. That your way, it's your way or the highway. Well, Adidas has shown him the highway. And yeah, I'm sure they didn't want to do it. But when you have so much, like I said yesterday, when your company is tied, its origins are tied to the Nazi regime, and then you have a black man that's a major part of your company that's, saying all these anti-Semitic things, now it's bringing up your company's past ties to the Nazis. And it's not a good look. It's not a good look for your company. It just really ain't. So, trust me, I know they didn't want to do this because they're losing $246 million annually for making this decision. That's wild. But they felt they had to for the sake of their business. But I wish all involved well. I appreciate you guys tuning in this morning. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. And we'll be back tomorrow. We get closer to my birthday, man. I'm really excited about my birthday. Not that I'm doing nothing amazing and outrageous. I'm just happy to be getting close to this milestone. You get to 50, it's a lot of reflection that comes with that, to be honest. So, a lot of my days have been, I sat up last night and watched about 4 episodes of What's Happening. Raj, Rerun, Dwayne, Mabel, D. And, you realize, man, a lot of them people, Raj has passed on, Rerun, Mabel, Shirley from that show. It's like a lot of people from that show ain't even around no more. You know what I mean? So I've been in a state of reflection the last few days. But I appreciate you guys more than ever, man, coming in, tuning in every morning. The ones that do come every morning, I really appreciate it. Those of y'all that come and watch after it's posted, I appreciate y'all just as much. We gonna keep growing this One Love brand and, creating change of our own. Y'all know the slogan, if nobody told you they love you, you have importance, worth, value, and you mean something, you can do whatever you put your mind to. King Dope has said it. I love you guys. It's one love.